my top 5 picks for the best zombie games. So from this comment, I'm going to choose my top 5 favorite zombie games, but not just from me, I want to know some of yours as well. I wanted to get this answer because it's a good one. So before I begin, there is one game I am unable to mention in this category because I have not been able to play yet, and that is Days Gone, but hopefully soon. But I've heard great things, so I'm looking forward to getting to play it. Now, when I also thought about this, I wanted to include Call of Duty Zombies because it does have story, it has awesome maps, it's just such a fun experience. But because of the storytelling and so many just variables with Call of Duty Zombies, I had to exclude it from this list, but also highly recommend. Now, on my list, I didn't include games from within the same franchise of each other because usually if you try one, you're going to play another one. And I wanted to choose the best one out of those series in my opinion. Okay, so at number 5, I got Dying Light. I loved what Dying Light did with its game, and I just genuinely enjoyed the story with Kyle Crane. The combat was just very nice, and I thought it was very interesting that you could be creative with how you play the game, how you interact with your environment around you, your weapon builds, the skills, everything like that. The parkour was just awesome in the game. I had so much fun with it, and I just have to say, the chases that happened at night in Dying Light are just genuinely terrifying. At number 4, I have to put Left 4 Dead 2. I did play both games, but I did play Left 4 Dead 2 a lot more than the first one. What I really loved is just the game was so much fun, and the variety of infected that you encountered throughout the game was just very unique. It was awesome. If you ever heard crying, just run the other way. Just go the other way. This game is definitely so much more fun with friends. Definitely not the type of zombies you would want to encounter in real life. Now, this is where it gets real difficult for me because my top 3 games franchises have such creative games, such unique stories. The characters are awesome, so this is where it gets a little bit difficult for me. At number 3, I have Resident Evil 2, especially the remake. This is definitely one game you have to at least try once and then go back and play it again, but as the other character because you have different experiences and different perspectives. Each story is great and it requires you to be very smart in how you approach certain situations because you can be very limited in supplies. Plus, these zombies are just terrifying and they're not the kind that go down in 1 to 2 hits. You actually have to do a bit more than that at times. Just definitely gave me the creeps at times while playing this game, especially at night. Oh gosh. Now, this is where we may get mixed reviews here because 1 and 2, it's a hair difference. And you'll see when I explain it, but phenomenal games, both of them. At number 2, I have to put the Walking Dead Telltale games, especially Season 1, and after playing Season 4 recently, that season as well. The story in this game is just so unique, and the relationship that I personally built with Clementine and Lee is one of a kind that I don't have with a lot of characters at times. What I really loved is just your choices impact the story, and that story continues throughout the other seasons as well. If Season 1 just continues to remain on top for me, and the ending, if you know, you know. Finally, at number 1, and some of you may have figured it out by now, is The Last of Us. Now, the zombies in this game are a little bit different from what you normally see in other zombie games, but that does not take away how terrifying they can be, especially the clickers. Goodness. The connection I built with Joel and Ellie in this game felt so much like how I felt with Clementine and Lee, but I really also enjoyed just how this gameplay felt, how you can approach things so much differently in each situation. All of these games I highly recommend that you try, especially if you're into the zombie genre, and other games like State of Decay, DayZ, Dead Island, and there's more out there that you can definitely give a shot. Now, like I said, this is my top 5 list, so it could be very different from yours, but that's okay. But I do want to know, what do you think about my list, and what are some of your favorite zombie games out there? Also, if you have some more gaming questions you want me to answer, leave them in the comments down below.